medal match.
Well, here they come. It's time to go for gold. Compound women's team final sees Great Britain going up against Turkey. Let's go down to the shooting line for the team introductions.
On target number 1, representing Turkey, Yeşim Bostan, Songol, Ayşe Benasize. On target number 2, representing Great Britain, Layla Anderson, Elizabeth Foster, Ella Gibson. The line judge for this matchup is Maki Nakano.
Well, almost ready to go. Nikki, let's just have a little prep on what we're about to see.
So compound today, it's 4 ends, 6 arrows in the team, and it's going to be for raw score. So who can shoot the highest score? If we do get tie, it will go to a shoot-off.
It's time for the compound women's team gold medal match. Ella Gibson from Great Britain, an individual stage winner already this season, steps up to the line to get this gold medal match underway. No world rank for Elizabeth Foster.
No.
And this is Layla Anderson, just 19 years old. Good start from Great Britain.
Yeah, you can hear Ella talking the team through each shot, really being the leader here. So much experience in the last couple of years.
Nice to Souza, first off for Turkey, the world number 12. Followed by the 20-year-old Sonal Lok.
No.
De facto team leader, Yeşim Bostan, our number 13. Marked for a measure already. Slightly obscured from view by the second arrow from Locke. So Gibson back up to the line. The teams rotate through 2 sets of arrows per archer. Gibson stepping off the line there really quickly to give her teammates as much time as possible.
Yeah, I noticed just down the range they had 40 seconds left on the clock, which is sort of bang on the timing they're allowed. It works out to be 20 seconds now. You can see it now at 22 seconds, 21. So Layla's only got the 20 seconds left to shoot her last arrow. Turkey had 67 seconds left after their first rotation.
So target of 58 set for Turks after. They will need 3 10s to match Great Britain. So Great Britain take an early lead, but a cumulative score means that Turkey are still very much in this. High quality start though.
Yeah, it really is. We're going to have to wait for that line call, aren't we, from Turkey from the first rotation of 3 arrows. But see the teams there. I think Great Britain team, Duncan Busby in the box, they're just talking to the girls around the conditions. I think they're talking about the wind that might be coming in to the venue. It has been windy through the week, especially yesterday through eliminations. And in a venue like this, you've not perhaps shot here at all. Must be a practice field somewhere nearby. But it's really understanding what's going on.
Yeah, they've got a practice range set up just outside of the main field of play here. And this is the arrows being measured. It did look like a 9 on the left-hand target we were just looking at. Turkey looking fairly comfortable though. They've settled in, they're dialed into the middle.
Yeah, absolutely. Great shooting from them. I mean, if they've only dropped 2 or 3 points, that's not bad. They're on the tail of Great Britain, if not tied with them, so this is going to be a great match.
Take a look back over some of the shooting from as you can see, just a little bit of tension there for Elizabeth Foster. This youngster, Layla Anderson, just 19 years old. She has got a team silver on the stage last year. It's the 2018 European Youth Champion. And look at that communication. Ella Gibson just stepped up into the role as leader for the compound women's division for Great Britain. That 9 was confirmed as a 9, so I say that 9's just been marked up to a 10, so we are all square, and Great Britain will begin end number 2 as they did end number 1. It's very difficult to call the arrows when they're obscured 50 metres down the range, and that's why the target judge is so important. All square in the second end of this gold medal match between Great Britain and Turkey.
You can see the blind on Lizzie's hat there, just blocking that left eye from vision, and using your right eye. Look through that magnified scope.
Sense the confidence in the British team, especially Ella Gibson. She's talking about killing it and smashing it, shooting strongly.
Yeah, I mean, archery is really a martial art. You know, we've got to attack the target, we've got to commit to it, and under pressure your brain's telling you just, oh, you know, be a little bit more careful about things, but it's quite right. That's the mental attitude you want. Go out there and attack it. Coach giving some good feedback. Really important.
No.
So go through the second rotation, and Great Britain playing their strongest athlete first.
No.
Perhaps just to give a little bit more time to the other 2 athletes.
No.
We can see those windsocks just going right to left, but those feather flags tend to do a lot of movement when there isn't much going on usually, so got to be careful how much information you do read into those.
No.
So 3 nines to finish off the end for Great Britain for a 57. So big opportunity here. One wonders if the experience on this side of the range could play its part.
Dix.
Sonal Locke, the 2021 European Youth Team Champion, stepping up to the senior team. So a 10 for a 1-point lead. And yes, in Boston on the shooting line. And there it is, Turkey step up into the lead. Nothing going out for a measure here. So Turkey holding this 1-point advantage at the halfway stage. Again, very relaxed when you look at the Turkish team, Nikki. There is just a little bit more experience than on this British side of the shooting line, isn't there?
Yeah, we've got some great archers there. I mean, yes, in Boston, fantastic career, been here many times before. Like you said, world rank 13 and Souza 12th as well, so a really strong team from the Turkish.
It's been a good season for Great Britain though so far on the Hyundai Archery World Cup circuit.
Yeah, it really has. It's been a sort of 10-year hiatus really since we saw, you know, medal after medal out here at World Cup stages, and this season's really picked up. I think all 3 stages so far we've had Great Britain in the finals, which, like I say, has been a bit of a rarity of recent years.
And it's a big change, isn't it? Because you know, you say there's been a hiatus, but they're not just getting a medal, they're getting multiple medals and across the disciplines.
Yeah, well, I think that kind of, you know, when you see your teammates winning medals, that gives you that confidence. Hey, well, if they can do it, right, I can do it too. And that's what we see. We see successful teams who go out and win multiple medals. So, you know, I think the whole culture within that team at the moment is positive, and long may it continue.
And in some respects, Great Britain have got nothing to lose here. Now they've fallen behind at the halfway stage. They can just relax and shoot.
I think really try not to change your mentality. You stick to your shot routine, same shot every time. Try not to get involved with the story. Yeah, just shoot the strongest shot you can.
Halfway through the compound women's team gold medal match between Great Britain and Turkey. Turkey leading 116 to 115. So Ella Gibson from Great Britain steps up to the shooting line to get end number 3 underway.
You might have heard Ella say there, check that bubble. So the compounders have got a little spirit level in their sight. If you want to keep that nice and straight, you can use that for aiming off in the wind, just tilting the bow over, and you can see the bubble move at the front of Layla's bow there. Little green fluorescent tube.
Well, when you go first, the idea is to get down some big scores to put your opponents under pressure. That's just what Great Britain have done. So Isa Souza on the line for the first Turkish rotation.
Did just see her t-shirt flapping in the wind slightly on that shooting line, so definitely some wind around that stadium.
No.
Your chance really is to look around before you draw, like you just saw Boston do, because once you're in the shot and looking through that scope, you can't see those wind indicators anymore.
No.
Well, perhaps over-adjusting from Locke's left arrow. Boston goes right. You see a little bit of string hanging off the end of Ella Gibson's bow. That's another wind indicator.
No.
And has it picked up? And in this courtyard in Chateau Vincent, there has been talk of a bit of a swirly wind as well. So 1 minute blowing left, next minute blowing right.
No.
So another 58 for Great Britain. And again, Turkey will need 310s to match that within this end. There's the first one. But they came in with a 1-point lead. If they were to get those 310s, they would still have a 1-point lead going into the final end.
No.
So Boston needs a 10 to stay level with Great Britain. Bang, in the middle of the target. A 173 plays a 173, and we go into the final end with nothing separating the teams. The wind looked like it was having playing its part in that third end, and you mentioned beforehand it could be quite swirly here. Do you think that's what the case is?
Yeah, I think it's certainly coming from right to left. Seem to have a pattern there, but when you're standing between buildings, you know, the difference between that and being out on a normal field where we are for qualification and the early elimination rounds, you've got a whole field with the wind coming across, so you can see what's happening to it over, you know, the whole field. Whereas this, you don't have those factors, and the wind has to swirl in between buildings, so you might not feel it in one place, but it might be further down that the wind is all channeling through, so can be tricky.
Yeah, if you look at the flags at the end and then compare them with the indicators on the shooting line, Gibson's string hanging off a bow is probably quite a good example of that. It does look like it's doing one thing at one end and something almost completely different at the other. You can see the hair of the athletes, as Nikki was saying, on the shooting line blowing right to left. The key thing here, though, is these teams are all tied up. We effectively start on 0-0, and it's all about who can shoot the highest score over their next 6 arrows. Gibson looking determined. She is going to get this final end underway. Great Britain and Turkey all tied up in the compound women's team gold medal match.
I think the nerves probably just getting to Lizzie a little bit there. A little bit of a wide 8. It was left as well. We discussed those wind conditions do generally come from right to left. Quite a long hold. It's going to be taking the clock down.
It's only the second point she's dropped, though, Healy, in the entire match.
Anderson.
Getting ahead of myself there.
Drilled the centre there, just not far off that little spider in the middle. Going to give him a lot of confidence.
No.
We're just out and again to the left. I think the wind playing a factor.
So 2-point lead for Turkey at the halfway stage of this final end. Tricky now for Great Britain. Gibson back on the line.
No.
You could tell her just pulling that bow arm up. She knew it was going to drop low. Probably the last thing she saw just before that shot went off.
No.
So 55 possible here with a 10. Layla Anderson, just 19 years old, has only dropped 2 points so far in the match, and she's put it right in the middle of the target. A good performance from her, but a big opportunity now for Turkey. Can they hold their nerve, and will the wind be kind?
Interesting. Looked like a good shot to me. Didn't see too much movement. Perhaps again getting caught in the wind.
So an 8 to draw level. Anything more, and it's gold for Turkey. It's over to Yesin Boston.
No.
And a 9 does it by a single point. Turkey have taken the compound women's team gold medal match here in Paris at the third stage of the Hyundai Archery World Cup. It was a great match between Turkey and Great Britain, but in the end, a little bit of nerves and the extra experience on the Turkish side of the shooting line have taken Turkey to gold here in Paris.